Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and I hope you all are having a good day today. We had not so great of a stock market day. We actually got a little bit teased towards the beginning right here, as you can see. We'll go over to VOO since it sort of like represents the general mirror of the stock market. So my portfolio was positive at the beginning, I guess, but some of these stocks like VOO actually started out under the baseline, so in the negative. And by the way, if you all do enjoy these daily portfolio update videos, please make sure to smash that like button, drop a like on the video, really does help me out. Plus it just motivates me to do more videos. But back into this, as you can see, we started out basically 0.72% under the baseline in the market, so in the negative. And then once we hit the normal market hours at 9:30, we were down 0.50%. And it basically stayed from that point downwards until the very end of the day, in which we ended it off at 5:15 at down 0.88. So in total, our today's return for VOO was minus 1.86. So definitely not a good stock market day. And that was actually a pretty big drop, honestly. And as you can see from my just general portfolio here, we had 66K in as of currently. And it looks like Robinhood is a little bit messed up here. Maybe this is not completely accurate, but as you can see, we lost $1,000 in after hours, and we definitely lost money in normal hours as well. So definitely not a good stock market day, but the weird thing about this is it just feels like the stock market is running in place right now. Every single good day that we have is corrected by another bad day, and then every single really bad day that we have seems to be corrected by either one good day or a few good days. So for the past about 2 weeks, as of Friday, as of this upcoming Friday, it'll be about 2 weeks to where it feels like we have just been stagnant. We've been moving, but we're moving in place, it seems like, just in this one general area, it seems. But just to go ahead and break down some of the stocks in terms of losses, pretty much every single stock that I owned today was negative, except for GE, which is just a free stock. All of my 4 main holdings were negative. So let's go ahead and start off with VOO. As I said earlier, we lost 1.86%. which is minus $587. In total, we are down 8.94%. At least it's less than 10%. I'm pretty happy about that. So we're down 3K. Not too bad. That's a lot of money, but it could absolutely be worse. So I'm pretty grateful that we've recovered at least to under 10% right now. And then as you can see with Microsoft, it was actually negative as well, minus 0.64% or minus $110. We're still very positive with Microsoft at plus 10.86%, considering that I started just like 2 months ago, I believe. So we're up 1675, really solid. This is actually some crazy volatility. It's looking like some oil stock or something, like one of those weird stocks that you see that are just all over the place, spiking up and down. But that is weird to see from Microsoft, I will admit. Even after pre-market, we had huge ups and downs like this. That's honestly strange. You usually don't see that with a consistent stock like Microsoft. So anyways, next up with Apple, we had minus 0.50%, and that was only minus $60, so not too bad, and we are still barely in the positive, plus $14.52 or plus 0.12 cents. I'll take that for sure. Definitely less up and down compared to Microsoft, but as you can see, we got a little bit of a tease right here, and actually it did end up kind of positive until the very end of the day, and then it kind of went back downhill. So that's kind of disappointing. Apple was pretty much positive the whole day, and we ended up losing money in the after hours because it went down a little bit more. Then next up, we have the interesting one, the big interesting one, which is Tesla. As you can see, down 4.44%. Started out really positive in the pre-market, 6.99% above the market, and then after pre-market ended about 9:30, we were at 6.86%, so it was looking really good. And then it goes down. We have a little bit of a revive. It goes back up a little bit, and then it goes down once more again. Then it goes up a little bit more, and then goes down again. So starts off really high, ends up pretty low, down 2.02%. But it says minus 4.4% in total. That does not really, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, because the 4 p.m. it ended negative and went down even more. So that makes sense. So minus 4.44% today, which means we are negative for Tesla once again. That is minus 5.75% or minus $373. And if I were to give my opinion on this, I think that this drop today is either due from Tesla people that hold Tesla shares shorting the stock and selling while they were at like a good number. For example, I was up like $500 or $800 yesterday and I could have sold, but I like to hold things for the long term. And I think there was a lot of people that were just shorting the stock out there that bought a little bit lower and then wanted to make just a few bucks, like 100 or 200 bucks, and sold today. Or I think that in combination with this other one right here, which is I think it's because of what Elon Musk has been saying on Twitter lately and what he's been talking about in the earnings calls where he's discussing how they need to open everything back up and that everybody is just over exaggerating this pandemic. And I will admit, I'm going to be one of those people that may be able to surprise you, but I love Elon Musk. I love the things that he's done with Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, the solar panels. He's done a lot of amazing things, and he has a great mind. And most of the times he puts it in the right direction. He puts it into the good things to help people and stuff. But I do have to disagree with Elon Musk, and it has nothing to do with politics whatsoever. I think this whole whether you should reopen everything, I don't think that has anything to do with politics, especially with my public health background. I've studied basically outbreaks like this for the past 4 years, so I understand that prevention is so crucial, and public health is often underfunded and underappreciated because no one ever gets to see what we actually prevented, so you can't really appreciate it. It's hard for people to put that in their minds. But once an outbreak has finally occurred, the main goal is just to prevent it from spreading further. So the fact that Elon Musk thinks that we should reopen everything up right now, obviously I know our economy is hurting, I know that, and I'm not saying exactly what we should do, but I do think that there's a huge worry of if we do that, then all of this quarantine or past 30 days of doing nothing and going to the grocery store once a week is going to be for nothing, because it's going to just be another fresh reset in which we are once again spreading the virus, but now we may have to start an even longer quarantine after this one because we decided to let everybody out early and then they spread it around once again. It just seems like a never-ending cycle until we get an actual cure. And I think Elon Musk is a genius, but I think that his opinion on this thing is just more geared toward Tesla and his factories rather than logic and analyzing how many lives will be lost because of everyone going back to normal. But that is just my opinion as a person in public health. But I just do have an opinion on that, and I have to greatly disagree with Elon Musk's thoughts about this current situation. Because as a public health major, if I wasn't using my public health knowledge for this, then what would be the point of ever majoring in that and getting a bachelor's degree in it? So I really think with my whole public health perspective, we can't do what Elon Musk is saying just yet. I know it's going to happen eventually, obviously, but Elon is saying that it's going against our freedoms and our constitutional rights and stuff, and I'm pretty sure I saw an article just the other day that's saying that the lockdown does not go against your constitutional right. I just wish people would realize that it's meant to protect us, and I really do wish that people had like a public health education or a public health background to where they could understand and appreciate what is going on and why we are focusing so much on prevention right now. I feel like no one is truly going to be able to understand it unless you've had a public health background, so I do appreciate the perspective that I have right now. But like I said, I love Elon Musk, but I just disagree with his opinion on this. And I'm not going to be like a lot of these other people out there that will just parrot everything he says and say that he's right on everything, because I have to disagree with him. But I also agree that I still think that Elon is a great person. He does a lot of great things for humanity, but this is just one issue that I have to disagree with. And I think that's why his stock went down a lot today as well. Not only the people shorting, but because of what he said. Because I have to admit, as a shareholder of his company, seeing him say these things on Twitter and say these things that I greatly disagree with, it does give me like a bad taste in my mouth. Like, dang, I really did purchase all these shares and he's being so outward about something I completely disagree with. It really does make me think a little bit like, man, I own these shares and he's saying things that are hurting the company right now. But anyways, that's enough about that topic, and I just want to be completely clear, full clarity here. This is not, my opinion has nothing to do with politics. I don't really lean towards any side. I just simply see an issue and decide on what I think about it. So I don't even consider this outbreak political, even though people try to make it political. I don't think it should be. It should be just based on logic and facts and science. But that is simply just my opinion. That is just basically why I think Tesla went down today. The shorts and the news of Elon Musk talking on Twitter and during the earnings call about the outbreak. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys understand my perspective, even if you disagree. I just like to share my thoughts on it, and I'm always interested to hear what everyone else thinks as well. But I think it's important to just give my opinion to add more of that like personal aspect to these videos, because if not, it's just someone speaking off their numbers and there's nothing interesting about that. So I do like to involve some personal aspects and just my background and opinions on things, and I hope that you all appreciate that and enjoy those types of aspects. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to smash that like button. As always, really does help me out. And if you'd like to begin investing, feel free to use my referral links for Robinhood and Webull down in the description below and at the top of the comments section. If you do, I'll get a free stock and you'll get a free stock, which is pretty awesome. Here's just a few examples. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.